Karate is the Japanese art of self-defense. But for a bunch of kids in Vancouver, it's more about self-preservation. They go to a free karate school in the downtown east side, and there the children are taught all the right moves. But they also learn respect and discipline. And as Duncan McHugh explains, the lessons are going far beyond the gymnasium.
Where do you want to go?
Christmas Island.
What are you going to do in Christmas Island? Think about it.
Tucker Parnell dreams of going places.
And go to Nepal. Were they less in that country?
His mom, Chrissy, shares his dreams, though she's well aware of the obstacles he faces.
I'll go to Venezuela.
Yeah? Heard it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see your orange belt, by the way.
It being Tuesday night, he and his grandma are heading somewhere.
Bye.
Bye.
From one end of Vancouver's east side to the other. It can be a rough neighborhood. Tucker's auntie was attacked around here a few times by gangs of native youth. No surprise then, Tucker's mom has worries.
Seeing the drugs and the alcohol, it's just so devastating that some youth and children who are lost. So that's what I worry about with Tucker.
Calvin Helin is also heading for the east side in his Cadillac. Fresh from a business trip in Ottawa and New York, he's looking forward to a workout and something else.
I really look forward to Tuesdays because I get to go out and see a bunch of wonderful kids.
On Tuesday nights for the past 5 years, a group of mostly Aboriginal kids has met at this inner-city school to practice an unlikely sport with some remarkable results. It's karate night. Each practice begins with a bow, a signal that you won't find much Hollywood crouching tiger-type violence here. Just ask Tucker.
At the bow, when you come in the door and bow, when you go to washroom and bow, when you come out you bow, when it's end of class you have to bow.
Why do you have to bow?
To respect.
Okay, try your best. Hey, good. Bend the knee.
An evening of respect. Not an easy sell with East Side kids. But hundreds have come for lessons here over the years. After all, karate is kinda cool, and thanks to Calvin Helin, it's free. Calvin started the Shudakan Club with his teacher, Sensei Nomada. They dug into their own pockets to buy uniforms for the kids, and they volunteer as instructors.
When we went down there, we originally had this idea that it would be an Aboriginal club. Everyone is poor, so we just opened it up to everybody.
Poverty is commonplace in the Tsimshian village on BC's north coast, where Calvin grew up. His destiny, he figured, was to be a fisherman. But at age 12, his father and grandmother sent him away to school in the south. It's up to you, they said, to make a difference.
I came out of a reserve where the school system was just terrible, and I always felt I was way behind and having to work 10 times as hard as everybody else.
Homesick and lonely, young Calvin discovered karate and Sensei Nomada, who taught him discipline and control, the characteristics of a warrior.
For me, it helped me build what we call a strong mind, and I was able to transfer those kinds of things to other things I wanted to do with my life.
He eventually became a lawyer with a knack for business. He was negotiating multi-million-dollar ventures for First Nations and getting noticed by corporate big shots. Then his grandmother appeared in a dream, reminding him he was meant to make a difference.
At the end of the day, life isn't about stuff, it's about people and relationships.
It prompted him to self-publish this book, Dances with Dependency.
Please join me in welcoming the most wonderful author, Calvin Helin.
It's a polemic against the poverty facing Aboriginal people.
The dependence of Aboriginal people on each other was replaced by an artificial form of sustenance.
He attacks corrupt reserve leadership and advocates an end to government handouts. Folks are lining up to hear his message.
If you think that somebody else is going to take care of your life from some government bureaucracy, it just will never happen.
In karate class, Calvin teaches kids to sort out their own problems. One of his most faithful students, Tucker Parnell, faces a whole bunch. Tucker was born half deaf, but for years it went undiagnosed.
What?
Unable to hear, it wasn't easy learning to speak.
I can hear well. I used to say what, like oh, like what? But not anymore.
Not anymore?
Yeah.
Now you can hear better?
Yeah.
And that must help in school.
Yeah.
Chrissy, a single mom, was hunting for therapy for Tucker while working full-time. They were living hand to mouth. Then last year, she got laid off. For 3 months, they were homeless.
It was a little extremely hard on him because one night we'd be at somebody's house and the next night at somebody else's. And I just kept bringing him to school in karate. That's pretty much the only consistent thing with him was karate.
Karate helped at that time.
It really did, yeah. Because there's no, nothing was his at that time. That was his only thing. That's all he had was at that time.
Karate was Tucker's anchor, with special events to look forward to, like the visit Calvin arranged by Maori chiefs from far-off New Zealand.
He didn't want to miss any classes. He still doesn't. He's devastated if he misses a day. I don't know what we'd be doing if it wasn't for karate. It's really, really made a difference for Tucker.
Even Tucker's grandma, Jeanette, is part of the action now. It helps keep her diabetes in check.
I'm very grateful to Calvin, to Sensei Nomada. They help heal the community in a lot of ways, more so than you can imagine, and they keep us connected.
Every year, Calvin rewards his regulars with a field trip, this year to a Vancouver Island resort, courtesy of his fundraising savvy.
As you get this beautiful energy from these little kids, there's some kind of exchange taking place between them and us, but just as an Aboriginal person, it's important that we try to give back. If we don't stand up, sorry. If we don't try to stand up and support our own people, no one else is going to.
Tucker has joined another karate club. Now he goes 4 nights a week. This spring, he competed for the first time.
It's a middle, it's third place. I got it. It's third place on the karate one. It's the bronze medal.
And how did you feel when you got that?
Happy,
Why?
because so it's it was kind of awesome.
Tucker dreams of wearing a black belt. And he knows that demands perseverance and respect for teachers who are sharing much more than the technique for a karate kick. Duncan McHugh, CBC News, Vancouver.